Hey, I'm really excited right now. We just had a little chat with a friend of our client.
He makes media.
Yeah. And he has just about every aspect of picture cuts in his head. And it's so crazy. It was just an exchange of vision, of ideas, of everything, and maybe we get some jobs from him because he's alone.
Because he works alone and he doesn't have a lot of time because he has a lot of projects.
Yeah.
And maybe we can do some of them.
He also said that we could ask him for advice if we are stuck anywhere in our business.
We have exactly this kind of video every week. Like it's the same.
Yeah.
Always with a different client.
Yeah, and always on the street.
Always on the street.
Hey, today I'm going to give you my thoughts on quality over quantity. And for me, that's very natural, I think, because quality is something that you can actually grasp. You can see, you can feel that the juice that went into a movie or into any product that has real thought put into it. Of course, you can have success, you can have whatever you want, try and manifest yourself in that just by doing a lot of it. And eventually you'll get good. That is practice. But practice is over now. And like, I want to do things that I can really enjoy myself, that I can look up and look at and really have like a feeling of immersion, joy, peace, something like that, you know? Then this is going to be the next project that we put out. This is our project and we want to make it as good as possible. And with that, you'll always have room to improve. You always have room to immerse yourself in those things and get better and see the mistakes you've made last time, for example. So, for example, Jay-Z, rapper, rapped on the streets, rhymed in his head for 5-10 years, whatever. And then he made his first debut and everybody's like, fuck yeah, this dude is amazing. And still, he waited, I think, 5 more years or 10 maybe. Until he put out The Blueprint. And The Blueprint is arguably one of the best street rap albums in the world. And you can only get to that point if you really emphasize whatever you want to do. So if you're not focusing on quality, you're not focusing on anything. Bands, let's take Pink Floyd, have reinvented themselves over and over and over again. And that's what makes them so great. Because they see their mistakes, they see what they've done wrong. And they put it into a new perspective. New picture, new everything. And that's what quality is to me. Improvement and reinvention. It's a process. We do have a lot of projects right now, and for me, I'm not very happy with that. I like to have my focus on 1 or 2. I've thought about only doing like 1 project for myself, but I've come to the conclusion that 1 project is maybe too much of the same stuff, so you get bored of it or you lose the passion, you lose the interest. But if you can balance that and have all of this work out, it's wonderful.
So I think pretty much every company has quality before quantity, or at least some aspect of quality in their value system. So we really have to look at what's behind that value. What systems do they use? If you watched the last episode, you know that there are 20 different projects 8 people are currently working on. So that's probably too much to achieve 100% quality. So the goal for the next month, finish projects and don't start new ones immediately. Because we want to have only a few projects we can really focus our attention to.
It's like you have all of this stuff in your head. It's such a big thing, and all around there are all these thoughts and creative things happening, and you're trying to distill that. You're trying to make a focus on like one thing. Put that on like paper. Imagine it like like an hourglass maybe. So you have this shape, but in the middle of this hourglass is a magnifying glass. And this magnifying glass is trying to push out everything that the viewer can see. The viewer looks at it from this other perspective, from the bottom to the top. And so they can't see into your head because it's just such a small hole. But they can still understand and they can still make their way through that. And through that, understand you and understand your thought process. And the more thought you have put into something, the more there's going to be to see through this small little lens. And this small little lens is everything creative, is everything art, is everything that is expressing yourself. So it's just that you have to learn a language. It's one to start. There's multilingual people all around the world that can speak like 20 languages, and that's their thing. And there's the best guitarists in the world that can only speak this one language. But they do it so well that everybody can understand.
Hi again. Today's topic is quality and quantity and how much time we employees have to spend in our work and picture cut. But the system is very simple. Everyone chooses how many hours he can spend to picture cut. And on Quire you can see how long you need to finish your tasks. And we get only as much tasks as we can finish in the time we said we can spend. So it's very easy and no one has to do more than he can already do in his free time, because every one of us is going to school or is going to work or doing both. I think it's very easy, because if I don't have much time or I'm just stressed out, I can call and say I'm so sorry, but I'm running late and I don't think I'll get it in time. And everyone is saying, okay, no problem, just say how much time you need and we can fix it. It's very easy and not as hard as at work or at school, where you have to do it in time, otherwise you get a bad mark or you get fired or something else. I really like this system.
How do I handle stress? Well, that's pretty basic stuff, working out and meditating. And also I try to implement some time to think, where I just sit and think and write down the things that annoy me. I think if you're stressed, you think about different stuff, and that decreases productivity, and everything that decreases productivity also decreases quality, because things still have to be finished. So yes, I think stress decreases quality.
For me personally, stress is not that much of a bad thing. Stress motivates me into doing the shit that I have to do. Of course, too much stress is not good. It's, I would even say, pretty harmful, even for me. And too much stress can make you slide into a burnout, and that's also damn harmful and not good for you. So I advise you to have stress, but not too much.
I'm currently working on the picture cut corporate design. We weren't quite happy with the corporate design, so we are just redoing everything just to get a much better product in the end, which is, I think, more important than really just doing the work and then saying, yeah, okay, it's fine.
I think PictureCut doesn't have the same start as other media companies, because we already have been working in our field for 3 to 5 years. That's why we are not really at the start of figuring this whole thing out, but we still have to learn immensely a lot.